Welcome to episode 5. We're sitting in Cadillac, Michigan at our friend Herb and Nancy Hubby's house. Just completed the Traveling the Lewis and Clark Trail by RV DVD movie. That's now on our website. And we're preparing to go to the Glass Rally. It's an FMCA rally in Berrien Springs, Michigan, where we'll be manning a booth for adventure caravans. That'll be over Memorial Day weekend. Then we leave and have about 11 days to get to our rendezvous point in Washington State to join our 58-day caravan to Alaska.
In this episode, we're going to travel to Land Between the Lakes in Kentucky, Summertown, Tennessee, Savannah, Georgia, Amelia Island in Florida, St. Augustine, Florida, and then on to Bussin 2005 in Arcadia, Florida. And we still miss all of our friends, but we are enjoying ourselves on the road, so I hope you all aren't working too hard back there.
Bye for now.
Bye-bye.
After leaving our friends Herb and Nancy Hubby's place in Cadillac, Michigan, we headed south to Elkhart, Indiana for a rally with the Great Lakes Converted Coaches FMCA chapter. Then we headed south to the Land Between the Lakes in western Kentucky, one of our favorite places to spend a few days. At LBL, we set up camp at Hillman Ferry Campground and spent several days exploring the back roads on this 160,000-acre peninsula between the Tennessee and Cumberland rivers. During our visit, we stopped at several of the major interpretive sites, including the nature station, which we had not visited before. We also visited the home place 1850 again. However, the activities here are always changing with the seasons, so we see something new with each visit.
Now we have to fight because there's not nearly enough food there for the both of us.
We then traveled a short distance to Summertown, Tennessee to spend a few weeks in Gloria's brother's front yard. Bo has a great place and lives near Gloria's sister and brother-in-law, Mary and Chuck Adams. Gloria, Mary, and Bo's parents, Preston and Louise Davis, also live just down the highway. Several days before Thanksgiving, we left Tennessee and traveled southeast to Savannah, Georgia. The first thing we did was take a tour trolley around the historic riverfront, restored homes, and shopping district. With this orientation, we then spent the rest of the day and most of the evening walking around and visiting the things we found interesting on the tour. After dark, we went for a ghost walk with a local tour guide.
Our youngest son, James, is stationed at Submarine Base, Kings Bay, Georgia, and rents a house on Amelia Island just north of Jacksonville, Florida. We arrived in time for Thanksgiving and stayed until just after Christmas in his driveway across the street from the ocean. James is assigned to an Ohio-class nuclear ballistic submarine, the USS West Virginia. Fortunately, he was not at sea during our visit. Just before Christmas, James flew back to Michigan and we drove up in the Tracker to spend the holiday with our oldest son, Gregory.
During our stay in Florida, we took a day trip to St. Augustine. This was our second visit in the last couple of years. Nevertheless, we still had some new experiences. Our first stop was a visit to the old Spanish fort. Then we walked around for a while until we needed to satisfy our thirst at the A1A brewery. Later, we took a tour trolley to learn more about this very old city. We had a great dinner at a restaurant with an outside courtyard and finished off our evening with a ghost walk. We spent a couple of days at Fort Clinch State Park on Amelia Island at the entrance to the St. Mary's River. We bundled up and went out to the beach to watch the USS West Virginia go out for a very short patrol. Each Ohio-class nuclear ballistic missile submarine has 2 complete crews assigned to it, so they can spend more time on patrol. James is assigned to the gold crew, but the blue crew was taking her out now, so James was back at the base handling the lines at the pier. From Amelia Island, we traveled into southern Florida to attend the annual bus rally that takes place over the New Year's holidays in Arcadia. Officially called Bussin 2005, most bus nuts just call it Jax Party, referring to the creator and host Jack and Paula Conrad. Although you'll find a few professional motor coaches here, most of the over 180 coaches that attended this year are sweat conversions, inasmuch as the owners did all of the work themselves, just like we did. Some of the coaches here date back into the 1950s, such as these beautiful flexibles and a fine example of a GMC Scenic Cruiser that has been completely refinished. Or the Seagull that has a complete face makeover.